Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Barbecue with Dave. I'm Dave, and today we are smoking some
pork bellies. Something very exciting is going to happen in the pork belly market this morning.
Okay, let's fire up the pit. We're using the Weber Summit Kamado, and we're going to fill that firebox up about half full of Weber briquettes today. Just make sure you've got a nice even pile, and we're going to make a small kind of hole in the middle that we're going to put our fire lighters into. So a couple of natural fire lighters, we're just going to get them lit. And then we're just going to pile a few briquettes on top. And that'll help the briquettes to light. So once that's got going, we're going to add a couple of chunks of smoking wood. I've got some oak today. And we'll just place those around. One of those is pretty big, but it doesn't matter. They're going to get some really good intense flavour onto our pork belly. Then on with the diffuser plate. Probably have to push things down a little bit just to get things set up properly. And then on with our grate. I think we're going to use a water pan today as well. That'll just help to keep the temperatures nice and stable and catch any drippings. So on with the grate. We'll get our vents set to open so we get the pit up to temperature, and then it's time to prepare our pork belly. So here's our piece of pork belly. We picked this one up from Costco. I cut it off a larger piece. This one weighs about 2.5 to 3 pounds. It's got a lot of fat running through it. It's a little bit uneven in places as well, but it's going to taste amazing. Look, if yours doesn't look like how the pros make it do not panic.
They're out there panicking right now. I can feel it. They're out there. They're panicking. Look.
He's right, Mortimer. My God, look at it.
It's all going to taste great in the end. And we're going to coat this up with a layer of mustard. This is just going to help our rub to stick, and we're keeping things pretty simple today. This is going to be almost like a Texas-style pork belly, so nothing too sweet. It's going to be nice and savory. We're going to coat all of that pork belly, top side and underneath, with that mustard. Make sure you've got a piece of pork belly that has the skin cut off, or if it has the skin, then you'll want to remove that first. We're not going for a crispy skin pork belly today. We're going to save that for another time. So massage that into your meat, and then we're going to just go on with some coarse black pepper. We're going to go quite heavy on the pepper. I like it. If you don't like pepper quite so much, then use a bit less. But we're just going to go salt and pepper today. Make sure everything gets coated. And that's going to give us a really good bark. Even get the sides. There we go. This one's going to be nice and peppery. There he is, looking happy. On with some Himalayan pink salt. You can use whatever salt you like. Just make sure it's relatively coarse. And we're going to give that a good coating as well. Again, make sure you get all sides. Give that piece of pork belly a nice coating. So folks, if you find these videos useful or interesting or entertaining or anything of the sort, please do give it a like. Please hit that subscribe button. It really does help us to grow the channel. Super appreciative if you do. Let's get more people barbecuing. Bit of a last minute decision today. I'm looking for a bit of spice, so I'm going to add some of this peri-peri seasoning to it as well. You can use chili flakes. This is what the majority of this rub is, but I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit over the top as well. Pork belly can take so many different types of rub, so you choose whatever you like. Once that's all patted down and coated with the rub that you like, leave it to sit for an hour or so. Let that rub start to penetrate the meat and bring out some of the moisture, and it's looking good. Meanwhile, our pit should be pretty much up to temperature. As it starts to go past the 200 mark, probably going to move our vents, just close them off a little bit, start to bring the temperature down, probably about halfway on the Summit Kamado to keep a temperature of about 250 to 275. And our bottom vent there is on the smoke setting. So there we go, we've got some nice smoke rolling through, the pit's up to temperature. And on we go with Mr. Porkbelly. Tuck him into bed. And we'll close the lid. Off we go. This is sitting at around 275. This barbecue holds temperatures so well, I still can't quite believe it. It will just sit here for hours and hours and hours without you doing anything. Absolutely brilliant. Exactly why I bought it. So here's our pork belly. This has been about 2.5 to 3 hours. It's looking good. The bark is starting to form. There's a nice crust on there. Liking the look of this. And now we're going to check the temp. So just using our instant read thermometer, we're looking at about 165 here internal. Everything's beginning to feel nice and tender, and it's probably about time for us to take it off, and we're going to wrap it. Now, I don't have any butcher paper at the moment. It's quite expensive here in the UK, and I haven't quite managed to find any. So we're just going to wrap it in foil, and it's going to sit there on the pit for about another 2 hours until we are probing tender and internal temperature has hit around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Once it's rested for another 45 minutes or so, it is time to slice open and see how we've done. Look at that. Hopefully it comes out on the camera, but that is so juicy, so tender. Give it the obligatory squeeze for YouTube. Yep. Juices are flowing. Bark's incredible. There's a nice smoke ring there you can see on the bottom and around the edges. Another squeeze for good luck. Oh yes. Happy with that? That is going to taste absolutely amazing. So I'm going to slice off a couple of pieces here and we're going to make some tortillas with it. Look at those. That salt and pepper rub has formed an incredible bark. It's a few chili flakes mixed in with it. That is so good. Fat's all rendered down. It's not falling apart. It's still got some bite. It's going to be absolutely beautiful in a taco or a tortilla or a wrap, whatever you want to call it. So the two I'm going to do, one's going to have this ketchup manis, which is a sweet soy sauce from Indonesia. If you can find it, it's absolutely fantastic. And a sriracha mayo in the other one. You're probably getting the idea that I do like a bit of spice. So we've just got some shop-bought tortillas. You can make your own if you can be bothered or if you've got time. I couldn't. I was hungry. One with the ketchup manis. One with the sriracha mayo. We're going to add on some fresh coriander or cilantro for my American pals. A few slices of chopped chili. And these are getting absolutely destroyed. Not one for eating on camera, but these tasted absolutely amazing. Do give it a go. This pork belly is so easy. It's really forgiving to cook. The Weber Summit does an absolutely amazing job of holding the temperatures nice and stable, but you can do this on a kettle or the Kamado that you've got. It really doesn't matter. Just keep it at 250 to 275 until tender. Wrap it up, back on the pit. A couple of hours until we hit internal temperature of around 200. Let it rest, slice it up, and enjoy.
Advise our clients interested in bellies to buy at 64.